Am I in the friend zone?
Well, it's not that friend zone, Mary. Don't just be in the friend zone. Be the friendly real estate advisor that they lean into for everything about their home.
You got to tune in, if you're a realtor, to this episode of Really Mary, because we're going to talk about, are you in a friend zone? Are you in the advisor zone with your clients?
Really, Mary?
Welcome back to Really Mary. It is my distinct pleasure to have Tausha Fournier on Really Mary today to really talk about something near and dear my heart, Tausha, and that is mindset. Here at the Bartos Group, we talk a lot about mindset because all of our minds are a scary place.
Right.
Right? And I think you gave us today strategies on things that we can think of or what we're thinking of in our head and what we need to shift to think of. So if you're an agent out there, you got to listen to this. So talk about that a little bit.
Okay. Well, the one thing first of all, the first thing you want to remember is that 85% of your success is mindset. 85% of your success is right here. So we have to figure out how to hack that and what we can do to stay in a positive mindset. And the very first thing that I think is that the easiest switch is to take 100% responsibility for what's going on in the situation and understand that you have the power to change anything, even your mind. And that might start with as simple as changing the way that you question yourself. Ask yourself a healthier set of questions when you find yourself spinning in a place going to a negative mindset. Yeah. For instance, instead of asking yourself, why aren't these leads calling me back? Switch that question and say, why am I relying on cold leads instead of building my SOI? That's responsibility.
Yes.
Instead of asking, why aren't my clients loyal? Switch that question over to, why haven't I created a follow-up system that keeps me top of mind? And then if you've ever asked yourself, why are these leads terrible? Why does my team leader only give me the worst leads? Instead of that, ask yourself, why am I waiting for someone else to build the business that I want? When we switch over to responsibility, we also go back into power.
You know, I love that. We talk a lot at the Bartos Group about, you know, this isn't a new concept, Tausha, but your mind is a fertile place. It is going to go where you send it. So these new set of questions that she just gave you to think about really send your mind to a place of problem solving positive versus victim negative.
You got to remember, when you have a thought, your brain's job is to go to work really hard to find evidence to make that thought true. That's the function of your brain. So if you're saying, why won't these leads call me back? Your brain is going to go try to find evidence as to why they're not calling you back. And more people are going to not call you back.
Right.
But if you go in with the thought and you say, hold on, why haven't I created a business opportunities for myself? Then you go, wait, I'm going to create business opportunities for myself. And your brain goes to work to try to do that. So it's really a quick little hack in just changing the questions you're asking yourself.
I love that. We could go so deep on this, but while she's here, I also want her to talk about something else. And this is also, dear to my heart, which is, hey, I'm working and I'm friends with all my clients and they are, I know they're going to do business with me. And then they end up not doing business with me. So we kind of call it the friend zone versus the advisor zone. So weigh in on that topic.
Sure. Well, this became very visible to me. So I built an entire kind of course around it for my coaching because most agents will say, well, I call them on their birthday, which is great. I drop off a pumpkin at Halloween, which is really nice, right? And so they start to view you as a very nice person that they like. Nothing wrong with that. But they draw a blank on you as their real estate advisor. You're being friendly. You're someone who's nice that brings them things, but you're not delivering value in terms of the asset that is most important to them. So if you can go to a place where you are the friend, but you also update them on their home value on a quarterly or annual basis, and you're reaching out to them with things that are going on in their market that are impacting their home value, and you can keep those very smart and important investment information in front of them, they're going to value you. They're going to think about you every time they think of your house. And when someone asks them a question or for a referral, you're going to be the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, top of mind.
Top of mind. So the goal is don't not do the things that are friendly. Those are lovely. And if that's your jam, do them. But don't just be in the friend zone. Be the friendly real estate advisor that they lean into for everything about their home.
That is so on point. You know, today Tausha did a seminar for us this morning and then met with, each of our agents, which we love. And you really kind of went deeper on this. And, if that's something that's of interest to you, you got to reach out, let us know, because, maybe it's a conversation. Maybe you don't have any coaching. Maybe you're not on a team. Maybe you're a single agent kind of slugging it out. The good news is we can help you with some of those things, and we'd love to do that. So until next time, I'm Mary Bartos with the Bartos Group of Premier Plus Realty.
And I'm Tausha Fournier
with Tom Ferry Organization.
And we look forward to seeing you here in Southwest Florida.